Yo. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. Let's go. So, we're in the process of extending our dynamic mesh, which is the new name for it. It's basically just a data structure, a more detailed version of Unity Engine.mesh. Because the main purpose of it is not to render it, but to parse it and alter it and whatnot. And at the end of yesterday's stream, we, after a lot of trial and error, finished the create icosphere static method, which generates a very low poly icosphere. During this little adventure, we noticed that, or I got told that you should not assume that hash codes are unique. That's not something they need to be. So don't use the hash code in equals. Which I've unfortunately had done here, but that's fixed now. We have a better equal method. But that wasn't actually the main issue. That was just one thing we noticed during this process. We're gonna fix the edge here as well. You can see it here. But the main reason was actually that when we create the icosphere, I forgot to change this one to the normal. Instead, we used deposition. So we got a vector, we got a UV with a not a number on Y, and got some issues with the dictionary. At least that's the reason for all of this I know so far. I still have it on my to-do to read a bit more on this, but unfortunately I don't have the time now, and we're gonna move on. So vertex, hash code, and equals are correct. Is this the only thing we changed here? We have it here. Okay, and then we have edge. Let's fix this hash code as well. So I want to change this one to v1 first. So we're going to do hash code dot combine v1 v2, and here we do hash code combine v2 v1. And then, of course, we don't want to do this. Instead, we're gonna do... Let's do it exactly like vertex. What do we have here? Okay. Just E. We call this one E, and we call it E. And let's change it to... Fuck, it's important here how we want to do it. Half edges, or the same edge that is represented as a edge struct that goes from v1 to v2 and the one that goes from v2 to v1. Do we want them to be equal or not? Yo, what's up, Coder Cube? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday so far. So previously we did hash code here, which differs between them. Right? Oh, no. Does not differ between them, right? So I guess our equals method here should be our equals method here should be v1 or e. Let's make it so okay. E dot v1 is equal to v1 and let's see here, ev2 is equal to v2 or takes precedence anyway, right? So we shouldn't need to do this, but but we're gonna do or v2 is equal, or let's do v1 is equal to v2 and e v2 is equal to v1, something like this. I think that's how we want to do it. Yeah. CodeCube still stuck with my broke GI. Hopefully it will be fixed today. I have a feeling it will be fixed today. Okay, so I'm going to start today with, let's see if this works first. And then I want to commit those changes to the primitives, the equal and hash functions, properties. And then I think we're going to commit the icosphere and move on to the cube. And then we're going to do the subdivision. This takes time. Reloading domain forever. Beautiful. Do we have generation? Yeah, let's do data dot generation. Related to 207, right? And let's see, what more did we do? Dynamic mesh, did we do any changes up here? Let's double check. Yo, good morning, Harukanan. Sathish, why does nobody make a game for mobile? I think a lot of people are making games for mobiles. CoderCube, the quote, you fucked up pink. What pink are we talking about? Oh, yeah. So let's just, let's remove that one again and keep it like this. Oh yeah, Coder Cube, the pink material that showed up, sorry. Yeah, that's like the error display of shaders, right? It hurts. Now, currently, when we create an icosphere, for instance, we create it without, or actually, when we, where do we have it? Get mesh. When we return a mesh here and test it, we don't add a material to it. So that pink is usually what you see when you have a shader error or you don't have a material on the object. I've seen it so many times that I've actually started to like it. I think it's a nice shade of pink. Okay, let's see. Create icosphere. We do it with vertices and triangles. Okay, nice. Let's commit this one. This, and then we create this one. We don't have subdivision just yet, right? No. Like this one, dynamic mesh is starting to be kind of long. Okay, dynamic mesh. It's add static method. Yeah, create icosphere. Actually, Satish, if you're still around, I just want to notify you that I've actually made 3 games for mobile prior to this one. Coder Cube SSGI to me is stupid, grand idiot instead of screen space global illumination because of of all of my errors. But okay, I think we have it committed. Beautiful. I just want to change this one. I was a bit... Oh, fuck, maybe we... Yeah, I was a bit optimistic here. We're gonna go November. Although we have extended it over and over, it was not this many tasks initially. Okay, icosphere is done. Let's do the cube. Let's see. Coder Cube, please tell your cat I in no way did I try to offend. Yeah, I want to get this. Oh, fuck yeah, I remember this. I remember. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna do something like this, very similar at least. Create plane, create icosphere, and we're gonna put the cube right here. Public static dynamic mesh, create cube, and we want to send in vector 2, vector 3 size, right? We do it with one float. We're going to start with this vector 3 extend is equal to 0.5 times size. Coder Cube, what's the plan for this system to eventually create creatures out of these meshes? 100%. So I mentioned it yesterday, like the first creature we're gonna create out of these, or with these meshes and methods, is our stone creature, which eventually will look something like this, or this. The good thing is that we can now generate it. So we're gonna randomize, either we generate a cube or we generate an icosphere. And when we have done that, we take that generation and we call slice multiple times with randomized planes. And eventually we end up with something that looks like this. And then after that, we take this mesh and we choose some random points on it and we generate some eyes. And that's basically it. That's the first creature. I'm gonna take this one. I'll put it here. And we're gonna do vertex list. New vertex. I wonder if we want to create. Do we want to create something similar to this? We'll see. New vector 3. It's gonna be. I'm gonna call this one E, I think. Just to make it short. Dot X. Dot Y. Actually, I want to take. Fuck it. Let's take this, and then we take this, put it here, like this. Remove this one. We can keep this one. And then we're going to do half. And I want to replace it with E. And dot X. Dot Y. Dot Z. Then we jump to the beginning, and we do new vertex. And that's our position. Then we want normal. Let's just do vector3 dot, we can call it up for now. And then we want UV as well. And here we're going to do new vector2 0 0. There we go. CodeCube, why the whole system for this rather than just meshes, slight variations per creature? A bit more than slight variations per creature. We're gonna have probably not as big of a variation as a game like Spore, but we're gonna have pretty big variations. Like part of the gameplay is gonna be to pair, what the fuck is the term for it? I don't want to be crude here. Let's see. Yeah, part of the gameplay is going to be for the player to breed these different creatures, and that is going to be the most direct way to actually change how the creatures look. Maybe it can be something easy as, okay, so listen here, we're gonna have a blob creature because every game needs, a blob, and maybe the player has a blue and yellow blob but wants a green blob. Hey, breed these two and you have a higher chance of getting a green blob. And that's just like most basic example. So we want not only slight variations per creature, but big variations per creature. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna assume that the position, yeah, I love blobs. They were in every RPG game I played ever, pretty much. So cute. So for front, we basically want, is it forward? I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, okay. Then we have forward. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Back is gonna be back. Left. No. Oh well, just one left. Down. Beautiful. And then what we have? Is it as easy as 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1? Yeah. So 0 0 1 0 1 1 and 0 1. So that's the vertices. That's equal to this, together with this and this. Beautiful. So the only thing left is setting up these triangles, and we're gonna do it like this. So list triangles, triangles. But one sec, can we do, maybe we can do it like this. I think that's it. I think this one speaks for itself. Create cube, calculate E, which is just extents, keep it short. And then triangles, and finally we return new dynamic mesh, vertices, triangles. Okay, let's try and let's check this one and see if it works. Dynamic mesh build. For the cube, good luck with the testing of the code. Yeah, that's about it, I think. Yeah, I mean, we could do a little bit more thorough testing by like showing the normals and stuff like that, but we're gonna get there soon enough, I think. 1, 1, 1. And let's add basiclit. Oopa! We have the normals in the opposite. And we do. Huh. How the fuck did I manage to do this? Subspace Penguin. How the hell did I manage this? Minus X. Positive said. Yo, what's up, Chips? I wonder if this is solved by just doing... I want to see if we can solve this by just doing... I don't have a minus here. I'm good, I'm good. How about you, Chips? Space Penguin, try Claude. Maybe Maybe. Sell it to me. If you're gonna sell it good. Nafak, that's not the problem. So what is? Code Cube just said the same too, man. How do the shadows work on one eye, but on the other it freaks out? Yeah, beats me. Okay, so that's not the problem. Basic lit. The winding order. Did I fuck it up here? Yep. 0 to 1. Yeah, wait, the fuck? 0 to 1, 0, 3, 2. 0 to 1. Harry Heath, Vertex winning props, yes. I wonder why. Yeah, we have a mistake here, I guess. Yo, what's up, Antonino? Basically, use you for company while I work. I appreciate it. And thank you for being my company while I work. Thank you all. But okay, so we're gonna have to change. Yeah, we want to go 0, 1, 2. We want to move. What a mess. 0, 1, 2. And then we want to do 2, 3, 0. Two, 3, 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 0, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 0. Right? Or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10. Just gonna double check if we have 3 correct sides now, or if I'm converging towards the wrong solution. Yeah, seems like I fucked it up. Or did I? This one is correct. This one is wrong. Yeah, I screwed it up. Just swap last two to make it easier. But is that actually the problem? Probably. 1, 2, 0, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So let's jump here. There we go. I trust you. You have never let me down before, Harry, so let's do it. CodeCube, I don't know if I read this. It's always nice having another person questioning reality while developing. 100% true. This looks way better. Beautiful. Okay. That's another method down. And then we're going to do subdivide. But this subdivide here, I'm a little bit... because when it comes... I'm a little bit worried, because when it comes to the icosphere... Oh, we didn't put it here. We put it in... Where did I put it? Mesh builder. Yeah, it is here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, because when we subdivide the icosphere, we always move the interpolated points outwards, so they are radius distance away from center. I think we're going to begin with just adding a send in a boolean. Where we offset the newly generated point by or from the center given a multiplier, I think. Yo, what's up, Apukas? I wonder if that is how you do a... I know nothing about this, but I wonder if this is how you do a... So if we take a look at this sphere, the Unity sphere, it's actually cube-ish. It's not an icosphere and it's not a UV sphere. And it's just a subdivided cube. And then points moved outwards. We'll get to it. But my main point is dynamic mesh. When we do subdivision for a plane and a cube, or initially, we can start with the plane just. When we do subdivision for the plane, we just want to add points in the center of edges and don't offset them at all. Yo, what's up, Cooler SK? Hope you're having a wonderful day. You too, Apukas, by the way. I'm good, and it's going pretty good. How about you? Oh, yeah, I got sick due to cold weather, throat sore, chilling now in bed with hot tea. Sounds like a pretty good Wednesday, if you don't count the sore throat and cold. But being in bed with some hot tea. Cody Cube, it's a quad sphere, so it tessellates better. Is that what is it called? Quad sphere. Yeah, but I mean, like, is it initially generated from the cube? Harukanan subdivided cube with the points normalized. Yeah, exactly. So it's basically what we are gonna do when we subdivide, or what we did when we subdivided the icosphere. Like, we create midpoints, but then we offset the midpoints away from center. And so I'm just like, I want to have a method here that is subdivide in subdivision, but I also want a Boolean variable. Or now we're gonna do a we are gonna do a float, I think, offset multiplier or something like that. For sometimes when we subdivide a mesh, we want to move out the vertices, or offset the vertices based on normals, so we want to offset them outwards. A good example of this is the icosphere. And sometimes we don't want to do it. A good example of that is the plane. Apukas could be better. Feels like a semi-vacation, but with downside of sore throat. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, as Antonino said. Definitely. In the meantime, enjoy some mesh generation and subdivision. Okay, let me just commit this real quick, and we're gonna try and implement the subdivide. But I wonder if I'm gonna try... Yeah, we're gonna see. I wanna... Maybe we can... So, in the previous solution, we did... For the icosphere, we just had a bigger loop, so we subdivided once, and if the subdivision was 2, we subdivided again. I wonder if you can just do all of the subdivisions, or is it worth it? So like instead of doing subdivision 1 for all triangles, and then we subdivide the result in an additional loop, instead we just do the 2 subdivision from the get-go. But I don't know. We will see as we go. Dynamic mesh. Or cube, maybe look at Blender source code. We can definitely do that, but I think it will work. We'll see where we end up. Let's see. Create plane, add polygon, slice. So when we do subdivide, also, I wonder, do I want to... Yeah, maybe we probably just want to switch this one. So not return a new instance. Subdivide. Subdivide. Yeah, we want to do something similar to this. It's so much easier if we just do it in for loops like this. But feels a little bit... Okay, let's implement it like we did it previously and then see if we can optimize it eventually. Which makes me think that we might want to do it with only triangles first. New triangles. It's not this one we want to clear. Let's see here. Yeah, let's put this one here. And in the end, we do triangles is equal to, or I want to do, we have a method for this. We have add triangles. Yeah, I wonder if I want to do triangles.clear and then add triangles. Maybe. Of course. And we want to change this one to J. And then we do T. Actually, no. Fuck, am I overthinking this? We just want one triangle and we want to subdivide it once. Yeah, we should be able to do, yeah, of course. We should be able to do it like this. With our data structure, we should be able to do it like this. Triangle, triangle, in triangles. And then we do vertex. Here's the thing. I wonder if I want to implement probably triangle. We want to implement a subdivide here, I think. Triangle it from 0. But then comes the question again. Yeah. What do we have? We have slice. So let's implement public list triangle. Subdivide. Subdivide. Okay. And then we just do E1 middle is equal to, and that's a vertex. Don't we have a method create vertex 0.5 vertex E2 middle and then we return new list if I should draw this let's draw it. Lawlight, what's up, what's up? And Omar, what's up, what's up? So we have, it should not matter, but I don't think so. Let's assume, I think, yeah, let's do E1, E2, E3. So I guess we can call this one E1, V1, and this one E2, V1, and E3, V1. Or actually, no. We use, let's use the vertices here. Definitely. Where do we have subdivide? V1, V2, V3. Lawlight, Joe just found your stream for the first time. If it's okay, can I help you in this game development? I don't have anything against, most of the time, backseat programming. So go ahead, but think it through before you post. And welcome to the both of you. And Omar, no, I'm not doing it with my own engine. We're using Unity, but we're developing sort of a procedural mesh generation system, which we can hopefully use to generate some cute creatures in the near future. So we can just do this and this and this. So then I guess we want to create a triangle that uses V1, E1 mid, E3 mid. Bam, bam, bam. Any specific order we want to do these in? I don't think so. I think we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably pros and cons. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. So the first triangle we create is V1, v2 e1 middle. Nope. e1 middle, e3 middle. So v1, e1, e3. And then we have e1, v2, e2. So e1, v2. Is it e2? Yeah. e1, v2, e2. And then we have e3, e2, v3. So e3, e2, v3. And finally, we have, how do we want to do this one? e1, 2, 3. That's about it, isn't it? Lolite, I've made my own game engine for a game to procedurally generated enemies. Over 1,200 types of enemies. And that's pretty much what I want to create, but friendly creatures instead of enemies. Do I want to test this one? Maybe I do. Fuck it, we can try this. We can test this subdivision eventually. So when we test it on in here, so new triangles makes me wonder. So previously in Mesh Builder we did we keep a dictionary so we don't duplicate vertices too much. I wonder if maybe we can skip this initially. We're gonna remove them eventually. Maybe it will be a bit too many. Maybe we should aim for... But then we're gonna need to send in this one. Omar, I love game development. I like how this dude is writing the code by himself, not AI. I'm still in the Middle Ages over here. But sometimes we do like ask stuff to ChatGPT and the like. So I'm wondering here, it becomes... Yeah, we can send down a cache. But also skip it sometimes, I suppose. So I'm wondering if we want to do dynamic mesh triangle subdivide. Maybe we can do it like this. Dictionary. Vertex int. Index. Indices. Maybe. So when we create these vertices, we check if they exist first. We do it by edge key here. That is true. We don't do it by vertex. We're gonna worry about that soon enough. Like otherwise, if we don't, we're gonna get... so this one, for instance, is gonna be generated twice. And then if we subdivide even more times, this one is gonna be generated twice. But yeah. Uzumaki, I crash out every 10 minutes while making something. It's amazing how calm you are. Appreciate it. But I'm faking it. Inside, I'm crashing out. All the time. Every day. So I wonder if we just want to do new triangles dot add range triangle dot subdivide subdivision. And then in the end, we clear this one and then we add all the triangles. The reason we add all the triangles again is because we want to add the vertices as well and set up this one edge. Fuck, we're gonna need to clear this one as well. We're gonna need to clear triangles per edge. So maybe it's about time we add a get, add. Maybe it's about time we add a public void clear method. So we do triangles clear vertices clear and triangles per edge. And then here we call clear instead. Yeah, let's try this, see what we get. Uzumaki, what is he making, by the way, like the idea of the game? I have some videos on my YouTube. You can look for Devlog 0. Released way back a few years ago. That's where I explain the basic idea of it. Okay, I wonder if we can try this one. So this is just very, very easy subdivide. Dynamic mesh. So I want to change, create icosphere, or let's start with plane. Create plane, int subdivision. We're gonna is equal to 0. If we set it to 0, however, we get, yeah, we don't do anything. And that is basically what we want to do down here as well. Uzumaki, I will watch it after the stream. Okay, I appreciate it. So just to summarize it, it's like Chao Garden in Sonic Adventure 2 or the game Viva Pinata from Rare. Something very similar to those games. So it's basically taking care of a plot of land and try to make it cozy enough that creatures want to move in and live in your garden, basically. And Omar, if you're talking about my PC specs, I don't know, Intel i7 67K maybe, and a 1080 in this one actually. Okay, let's try these two. Oh, one sec, we're gonna fix that one. Icosphere. That we do. Let's try it easy. Let's just try a plane 1 times 1, and we want to subdivide it 1 time. Yeah, maybe we should add a material as well. Coder Cube, my cat is trying to bite my speakers right now. Sounds like something a cat would try to do. Okay, so for this it works. We can go a little bit more crazy, I guess. We don't want to go too crazy. 4 maybe. Let's add a material as well. Oh, look, beautiful. Even she's crashing out now. Okay, for this one it works. Let's just add a material when we spawn these here. Get mesh. Fuck, do we want no, we don't. We have mesh render. Okay, so we're gonna fix this one by doing mesh renderer plane geo renderer. And there we go. Plane subdivision works. Let's try and make cube subdivision. Code cube, what do you mean? What do you mean? Let's add, yeah, basic lit is okay. And then let's see if we do, oh, we can do it like this, and we do 4, 4. Here we have the cube. It looks to be all right. Like I want to add and here we have the icosphere, and this here we can see, one sec, radius 1, size 1. So this is what happens if we subdivide an icosphere without offsetting the new vertices. So we definitely want to offset the new vertices. Uzumaki, by the way, what are you doing right now? We are trying, one sec. Code cube, yeah, I know that you referred to the cat with Feisty Boy. I was referring to just type mesh render material is equal to mat. But Uzumaki, to summarize it real quick, we're building some meshes and then we're going to alter them and then we're going to use them as a basis for one of our creatures. So basically, maybe I can jump over to another scene and show you. But we want to be able to generate meshes like this as a first stage, because those are going to be used to eventually, let's see, create some type of stone creatures that looks like this, but a little bit more fun. So instead of relying on predefined meshes made in Blender and imported, we are gonna try and generate these meshes given a seed, basically. Uzumaki, I wish I was the Feisty Boy. But that's basically what we're trying to do right now. Experiment scene. Okay, so we have a very basic subdivision in place. I want to commit this one because it's the first version of the subdivision. And we do it iteratively like this. No no optimization whatsoever. So one optimization we can do is cache the generated vertices and fetch them instead of creating new ones, or refer to them instead of creating new ones. And secondly, we could probably clean this one up a bit. Omar, bro, keep this up. You got a new sub. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like, I'm wondering if it's as easy as going to triangles and subdivide here. So instead of writing them like this, if we could create a nice little for loop here. Omar, I will continue to watch this project. I appreciate it, man. I really, really do. We can probably, fuck it. Let's see what ChatGPT says about this. But basically, so we generate this, and then we generate this, and we generate this, generate this. Coder Cube, is the menu overlapping going to be fixed? I mean the menu when you hover on the terrain. Yes, it is. It's very basic right now. Oh, nice drawings. Yeah, we already have this in place. I want to see... Oh no, we do it. So this is exactly the way we do it, except for the indexing here. So it's just over and over. If we want to subdivide a triangle 2 times, we subdivide, 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 subdivide. Is that actually the way to do it? Coder Cube is each component of that menu being moved or a parent object being moved. That menu is very modular, so maybe I can show some examples of it later on. Maybe not today, but like that they don't share the same parent, because sometimes you might get a button over an item you're hovering while you also have a prompt over an object you're sitting. So I always want to show the buttons close to the object that is affected by clicking the buttons. Does that make any sense? So you can't keep them to the same parent. But that's okay. It's basically, even though if it were a parent or if it's not a parent, it's always, or the end result is the same. It's just a couple of matrix multiplications. So I don't think it's more costly. Coder Cube, I understand, but I also don't. It's not the best explanation. Let's show it real quick. But I also want to do show me a solution where is it? Subdivide. Let's see if that works. So for instance, you can see that we have Q jump underneath the character, but we have parts of the menu where the pointer is. But if we focus this one, we have all 3 here, and then we sit. No, I picked it up instead. Sorry about that. Let's pick it up and place it. So if we sit in it, we have stand up and jump here. And yeah, we can still focus other stuff. You see what I mean with it being dynamic? Code Cube also is Devlog 7 coming out this century. I don't have any... I don't say the dates anymore, but hopefully yes. No, I get it. I understand. Yeah, single pass subdivision might have been a nicer term. Deterministic vertex and triangle counts. Yeah, I would assume. Extend for sphere projection. Beautiful. That's what we want. Yeah, I think we prefer this one. I think. Code Cube anymore. How many dates have you given? I pledged the 5th on that question. Or take the 5th, maybe. Yeah, and then we do T. Okay, so we create from V0 to V1 and V0 and V2. And then we build them together. Go to Cube when asking GPT. Remember to ask it to confirm with a web source, especially something like this. Okay. Yeah, let's go through it and convert it to our solution. Or our data types. Let's see if we can make it work. Subdivide. Improved. So we should probably get, let's see here. Total vertices are n plus 1 n plus times n plus 2 divided by 2. So if we subdivide a triangle one time, we get 2, 3, 6 divided by 2, 3. But we should be getting 4. If n is 1, we get 2. That's 6. No, never mind. We get 6 vertices. Right. So vertices we... Yes, okay. But can we get triangle as well? What's up, Kurikal? Yes, they are. Can we calculate something similar with... So is it true that we get n plus 2 times n plus 2 divided by 2 triangles? That would get 3 times 3 is 9? No. Oops. These figures. Oh yeah, nice. Subdivision 1. Okay. So we have subdivision plus 1 to the power of 2 in our case. So if we subdivide once, yeah, that's how I want to do it. I want to do, so in our case, it's going to be subdivision plus 1 to the power of 2. So I wonder if we can do, do I care about vertices? No, I don't. So list triangle. Let's get to that one eventually. Let's see here. Let's step through it and see what we can do. We already have these triangles. And n here, is that... Yeah, n here is actually... So if we send in 1 here, we get t is equal to 0 and 1, right? Never mind. Yeah. No, that's true. So 1. We only get 1 triangle. Okay, I get it. So n here is our subdivision minus 1. Go to cube. I wish I could have like you with a bunch of files rather than one, because it's easier to convert each small file. Yeah, do it, man. It's never too late. I think we just want to do if subdivision is equal to 0, return right. Otherwise, we're going to start doing stuff. Actually, we want to do this one here as well. So first we generate all vertices, then all triangles. Okay. So if this one were 1, one sec, if this one were, okay, if this one is 0, then we get a division by 0. That's not good. If it's 1, we return the original 1. But if it's 1 for us, we want to return if this one is 1, we want to return, because basically what we call when we call this method is subdivide this one time. So it's going to look something like this. S is equal to subdivision plus 1. And then we do S. Or actually, we do subdivision here, but we use S when we calculate this. So float t is equal to S. So if we send in 1, we get t as 0. We do want S here. So if subdivision is 1, we get t as 0, 0.5, and 1. Am I getting this right? 0, 0, 1, 2. I think so. And then we create middle vertices for the edges. So let's see, v0, v1, v0, v2. So in our case, that would be v1, so this edge and this edge. So we subdivide these, and then we create the triangles when we have those two. A little bit v0, v1, v2, v3. And we generate them as rows. Yo, what's up, Ayland? A long time no see. That's a very good eye of you. You are correct. Fuck it, let's try it. It's not too long. V0, V1, that is, oops, that's our E1 and fuck E3, but we want it flipped. That's true. Alan, don't worry. I'm not worried at all, man. Fuck, we want to go the other way here. Okay, that is a little bit... I guess we can do this. So here we do E1 dot create vertex T. And then we want to go from V0 to V2. That's from V0 V3. So that's E3 create vertex 1 minus T. I think. Like this, and then we do and then we do Ilana, like I come here even though I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. I don't complain. But sleep is important, man. Yeah, we don't want to call this one S. Let's call it T. We're gonna call it U. Vector 3 lerp. Okay, and here we are gonna do like that's true. Yeah, let's do it like this. Vertex. Create middle vertex. So we do vertices dot add vertex create middle vertex, not middle actually. Create average vertex, no. Public static create or lerp vertex. Something like that. And then we do vertex.lerp vertex. And that's what we want to add. Okay, so that's the vertices. Elon, it's almost 6 a.m. right now. God damn. And what did you miss? We're doing creatures now. That's what we're doing. CodeCube, you haven't missed much. Not yet. And then we have the triangles here. Let's take a look. Int index, and then we do for int I less than n. N is our s. Int row start. Yeah, we create our triangles like this here. CodeCube, it's almost 4 a.m. for me. Damn, both of you sitting up all night. It's crazy. Let's see here. I don't want to do it by indices like this. Or actually, we're gonna do it row start, next row start. Like this, and then we want to do triangles.add new triangle vertices. Let's just say I vertices I vertices I. And maybe we can rename this, and then if j is less than I, okay. Then here we also do this one. So it's basically v0i, v2i, v1i. And down here we have v1, v2, oops. I wouldn't be too surprised if it doesn't work. I would be happily surprised if it works. Yeah, let's keep... Don't we use... What the fuck, man? Okay. Let's try it and see where we end up. And then in the end here, I want to return triangles. And then in dynamic mesh, subdivide. And we can do subdivide. That's not what we want to call it. Subdivide in new triangles. Triangle subdivide. Here we do improved. Now let's try it. Ayland, I mods for a game called Rounds. Rounds is a game where the loser gets pick cards to help them win until somebody reach endpoints. Doesn't say too much to me. Feel free to elaborate if you want. Coder Cube. I don't care what the clock says. The day starts at 6:30, not midnight. God damn. You tell it how it is. Okay, let's see if this one works. Oh fuck, did I fuck up? Maybe I fucked up a bit too much. Oh yes, I did. Oh no. Oh no. One sec. I'm just waiting for the full stream to go down because I fucked up. So when we call subdivide, we assume that we're doing it over and over and over. But now we're using subdivide improve here, which subdivides the whole thing instantly. So we're doing a 4 subdivision on a 4 subdivision. 16, is that true? And we get this, okay. The stream is alive, that's good. Let's quit this. Ouch. Because what we want to do now is this instead, okay? Oh shit, indeed. Ayland, yes indeed it is. We did a subdivision on a subdivision. Definitely not what we wanted to do. So let's just see if we can retry this. But now we do this instead. Should work. Coder Cube, it's not performant, but at least high detail, I guess. But also wrong, unfortunately. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Hopefully not break the computer, okay? Let's start with only the plane. We do a plane subdivision 4. We don't do subdivision here. We only do subdivision here. Subdivide, improve. We do less than S. We only assign S here. Okay, now let's try this. There we go, and we get this. Almost correct, but we missed these. That's just probably a simple mistake by me. I want to see what happens if we do icosphere. Yeah, exactly. Looks pretty cool. CodaCube, if you end up switching to Forward Plus, I can send you a Forward Plus version of your shader included for your lighting. Forward Plus. What is the difference between Forward Plus and Forward? I appreciate it, by the way. Okay, so somewhere here we're missing a couple of triangles because I did something wrong somewhere. More additional lights, okay. Oh, whoa. That's correct. Okay. So where did I mess up? Maybe. Could be. Alien, I just gone down on all the bloodlust subclass new cards. Nice. CodaCube, instead of 8 per object, it's unlimited per object. Count actually, since the camera can only process so many. Forward Plus. Okay, well, I'm very intrigued. Like, what is the big difference in the shader when supporting Forward Plus as opposed to just Forward? I thought I was smart here, but V0, V1, V0, V2. N here. CodaCube, you just need to change the additional lights loop and add a keyword. It took me forever to figure out. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. The directional light is fine if you only have one. What happens if you have multiple directional lights? The error we are getting, it's like we don't get the last set of triangles. Fuck, let me check this one out once again. Actually, let's do it on the plane. It's like we don't get... So it goes like this. Yeah, it's like we lose the first triangle and the last triangle, isn't it? It flips out. Think someone who drinks 17 espresso shots a day suddenly without coffee. Okay, I can imagine that one. Antonino, yesterday I created a triplanar material for the standard terrain of Unity. I hate the terrain system of Unity. Really a mess. Oh, yeah. Creating caves with it is a little bit messy, isn't it? I think you do, but you can create heights or caves with Unity's terrain by doing it with... Like, you have to work with holes and stuff like that, right? Okay, let's see. What am I missing? You know what? We're gonna take... Let me grab this one real quick. Mm. Yeah, I'm currently using my own terrain system as well, although also height based. I think it's pretty good. Marching cube or like voxel based. That's pretty cool. Triangle test. Basic lit, subdivision 3, size 1. Fuck. Oh, yeah, it doesn't even work, bro. Subdivision in one go, you say. What am I looking at? Even. Okay, this sucks. I want to see what happens with... Code Cube, how much RAM? What is, I don't know, 16 maybe. Yeah, okay, this one is... Fuck, I usually test it first before we... It looked pretty good. Okay, this is too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Oh, shit happens. You know what? We're gonna rely on... One sec. We're gonna rely on this one, I think. And we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna have to look into doing subdivision in one go more properly eventually. CodeCube, anybody else here have a cat? I don't. Maybe someone else. Okay, let's try this again. Ayland, have you ever watched the Murder Drones show on YouTube? It is one of the best shows I've ever watched. Murder Drones? No, I have not. I guess it's about murder drones, as the name implies. Okay, let's commit this, and then we are gonna do... I want to add spherical... We subdivide by spherical, whatever it's called. So we want to fix this one, right? Spherical... yes, we want to do this. Triangle subdivide, and we added vertices, create middle vertex, lerp vertex, and then dynamic mesh. We added subdivide and clear. Okay. Let's add these, dynamic mesh and primitives. CodeCube, the developer starter pack is literally cat coffee, Intel i7 and NVIDIA, typically 60 or 80. I guess it is. Guess it is. Yeah, we're gonna skip this one for now as well. So let's take a look. What I want to add is a... In fact, let's see here. Subdivide. We would like to add float. We would like to add it to triangle as well. Subdivide here. So when we create the middle vertex, we want to how many times do you create middle vertex? This one. Oh, do we not use create vertex? Oh. And then we don't use create middle vertex. So let's skip that one. Okay. Antonino, I have a dog. Oh, nice. I used to have a dog when I was way younger. These days I don't have any pets at all. Unfortunate. CodeCube, I've been doing YouTube for 2 months-ish, and I have a question. I haven't really done any long forms, so do they get more attention than shorts? I figured I'd ask another dev. So I initially did long form, and then lately I've only been doing shorts because lack of time. But I think shorts get more attention. It's easier to reach a broader audience with shorts. But like long form videos is definitely where you get your reoccurring viewers, your more serious viewers, if you know what I mean. So if you can only do one of them, I would go for long form. Antonino, short usually gets more viewers, but views not equals to followers. Yeah, 100%. Like I've been started doing relaxing a little bit with shorts and focusing a little bit more on long form. Me personally as well, I like to consume long form videos over short form videos every day of the week. Okay, let's see. Dynamic mesh. Do we have? Yeah, here we have an error. So I want to do. I wonder if we can do. Elan, I want to make a murder drones mods for rounds, which will have cards. Please elaborate on the murder drones. I want to know what it is about. Yo, what's up, Quincy? A long time no see. I'm good. Have been good as well. Thanks for asking. How about you? Maybe it's a bit too costly, but I wonder if I want to do. Like when we calculate, let's say we have something like this and we have a vertex here and we have a vertex here. If we take the point where these two meet, and that's what we off. Like I'm trying to make this more generic than sending in a radius and a center point. CodeCube, yeah, I went from like 30 subs that I got like 8 years ago to 250 subs, and now the subs haven't really changed, and views are going from around 2.5k to barely getting 800, and I've been uploading every day. Damn, every day. Quincy, been fine, just wish me and cold weather could get along a little better. Yeah, I wish you good luck with that. I actually enjoy cold weather. That depends on how cold it is. As long as it doesn't rain, I'm usually fine. Now, like when we're building these things, we always have, if we take a look at the dynamic mesh and we check create icosphere 000 is the center, it's the same with the plane, it's the same with everything, but yeah, dynamic meshes can also be created by meshes here, so we probably want to keep it. Fuck, how do I want to do this? Like, I'm wondering, let's do public static vertex lerp vertex rounded, pretty much. Float t and float r rounding. Yeah, I think, and then I want to do let's try this. In fact, this might be a bit too specific. Yeah, definitely. It works for spheres, but so I was thinking, yeah, if we have a cube, but then we don't want to round it at all, actually. But maybe we do based on center. So if we get this one and we do it here, this one will never meet this one. But if we go from center point and round it, fuck me. Quincy, I wish. I think I actually freeze when it gets too cold. Anyways, I'm gonna lurk. Good luck on the project. Thank you, appreciate it. Colder Cube, the weather here is decided by cats on keyboards. One day it will be minus 20 degrees. God damn. Yo, what's up, Geralt? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, man. Lerp vertex rounded. You know what? I think this is extremely specific, so maybe we should just do subdivide, subdivide. Yeah, lerp vertex rounded, rounding. I'm gonna call this round multiplier. And then I'm thinking of doing, we're gonna do float distance is equal to mathf.max between v1 dot position dot, where do we have it? Magnitude v2 position dot magnitude. And then we do return lerp v1 position, v2 position. It's actually going to be normal is equal to, and then we do float 3, I mean vector 3 normal, normal. But one sec. Yeah, if we do lerp vertex rounded, then we don't interpolate this one like this, right? We do normal or distance times normal, right? Oops. Yeah, we're gonna try this one, but I also want to do round multiplier. We're gonna call it rounding, because what I want to do is something like this, maybe. Calculate the distance from center. For these two, we take the maximum. We calculate the position as we do here. We calculate the normal like we do here. Nah, it's not this normal. Or is it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. We'll try. We'll see. Cody Cube -20 is a warm day in February. Where do you live, if you don't mind me asking? -50 is insane. Aland, let's see here. Let's see if I can read the synopsis of Murder Drones without giving too much spoiler. Okay, I appreciate it. Let's see. So it's about a planet that becomes a frozen wasteland, but the worker drones remain. Like, this sounds like a TV series. Is this like a TV series on YouTube produced by someone? Sounds pretty cool, actually. CodeCube been watching this to stay half asleep and not wake up at 2 p.m. But what is the T variable? Calgary AB. What is Calgary AB? And the T variable here, it's just slurping between I had no idea. I'm gonna look it up. Calgary, Alberta. Okay, interesting. But let's see what this gives us. Dynamic mesh, subdivide, lerp vertex rounded. So basically what I want to do is int subdivision float rounding. It's equal to 0.0 by default. And create vertex. Let's change this one to now we change this one to lerp vertex rounded. And let's see what we get. So we send in rounding. Oh, we have rounding here. And then in triangle, we do rounding and subdivide. Dynamic mesh subdivide. And then we do, I'm just going to do general first. Serialize. I want to add, so here, and here, and here. Let's try this and see what we get. Icosphere. CodeCube, sorry for typing so much in chat. I have no complaints at all with that. Type how much you want. Elon, it was created by Glitch Productions. I'm gonna check it out, definitely. Let's do round. Okay, that didn't work at all. So round is true, so we get 1.0 here. Create icosphere. Rounding is 1.0. Yeah, we don't use this one. So rounding, subdivide, rounding. Rounding. I'm looking forward to see how this solution works for a plane. I don't think it will work at all, actually. It will look very weird. The same guys that created the show Digital Circus, says Aland. And CodeCube Glitch has worked with a lot of people. They had a super trending show called The Amazing Digital Circus. Yeah, the same one that went viral in TikTok a few years ago, I think. Fuck, it feels... I get the feeling that I've missed something very good. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is what our solution gives. That's not really what I wanted, although it looks pretty fucking cool, actually. Wrong normals, though. Okay. Okay. Alan, it looks like some planet of some sort. A very spiky planet. Rounding is 1, so we should be getting this one. Distance. Distance here should be equal to radius if the icosphere is located in at 0, 0, 0, right? Oh. I'm pretty sure we need to do normalized here. But I still don't think that's the issue. We're gonna double check. But so like what I want to do is I want to calculate the radius for the icosphere by taking the length of the point of the icosphere. Here we have it. Get the fuck out. Holy shit, it's beautiful. So it actually was the normalized. Okay. I love it. Let's see what happens if we do the same with the cube. So we do cube, we have round. Did we break it? Looks like we broke it. So if we do it with cube, we don't get anything. If we don't round it, get a cube. Yes, of course. Yeah, the normals are... Yes, of course. The normals are still... Okay, I get it. So we want to add a fail-safe. If we can't calculate it the same way here. So we're going to have to find another way to calculate it. Because the normal... The point here and the point here, they have the same normal, which means that the normal here will be the same, which means that simply doing this will leave us around here. Not even that, it will leave us around here. So we can't do it like this. I don't want to use the center point. We're basically using the center point here, so it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, maybe I should just do it, actually. 1 sec. Oh, I get it, I get it. I think we want to do, so we do position. And here we do distance times position dot normalized. Am I crazy? Maybe not. Let's try it. First of all, I want to check if it works with the icosphere again. Icosphere. Oops, play. Ah, we didn't round it. Beautiful. So this solution works for the icosphere. And then let's do round, and we do it for cube. Ah, we just need to figure out the normals as well, and then we're good to go. It looks a little bit weird, but not too weird. Looks pretty good. We just need to figure out the normals, how to calculate the normals as well, but I think that's gonna be pretty easy. It doesn't look as nice as this one. Actually, not as nice. Although it's a little bit more subdivided. I will see. Coder Cube, is the intended art style for your game fully stylized or stylized realistic? Like every dynamic object, I think, in the world is going to be heavily stylized. So think, you can check it's going to use my cell shader and it's going to use my outlines. As for the background, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do the background just yet, but it's going to be stylized, but I don't know how much stylized, right? Coder Cube, I missed it, by the way. Canada, nice. Yeah, I can imagine it being quite cold in some parts of Canada. And Elon, it's 35 Fahrenheit for me right now. I can't quickly convert Fahrenheit to Celsius in my head. 35 Fahrenheit to Celsius. So 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. Still above 0, that's good. I'm in Florida. Damn. Does it get that cold in Florida? Or did I had no idea. 35 Fahrenheit in Florida. Okay, so the normals for this cube. In fact, this looks pretty cool, actually. This is going to be useful. Here we have it, the cube sphere. Although I'm not entirely sure what happens here, but... so the normal. I think for normal, I think we want to do... Alan, we're in a cold front right now. Yeah, definitely sounds like it. Coder Cube, I'm closer to the US than northern Canada. I love when you see the maps of Canada where people live in Canada, what is it like? The big majority lives extremely close to the US border, right? If I recall correctly. But the normal here, we want to do it, I think we want to do it like this. Vector3.lerp position, no, not position, but normal position.normalized and rounding. And then I think we want to normalize this one as well. So that is a lot of calculations, but hopefully not too bad. Ooh. That's not good. But apart from those points, it looks pretty good, right? How the hell did I manage to fuck these up so bad? Ah, yeah, it's our edge points. How? Oh, yes. Yes, we're gonna have to... Fuck. That's our initial points. We're gonna have to create those differently depending on rounding. So dynamic mesh, create cube. If rounding is 1 here, or the normals here, we want to lerp so if rounding is 0, we want to use these normals. If roundings are 1, we want to use these normalized, basically. CodeCube quote, how the hell did I fuck up so bad? Unquote is a quote every developer says daily. Yep. Yup. Okay, so how do I want to fix this in a nice way? And Elon, by the way, and we in a household with no heating. Oh yeah, I can imagine that not being that fun. Like, how often would you need heat? How many days a year would you say that you would use heating in Florida? I guess it depends on how good one can take the cold, so to speak. But okay. Yeah, I think it's time to create... I think it's time to create this one here. So create cube vertex, maybe. CodeCube, for me in Canada, it's either 30% or 50. Okay, so between 30 and 50. I guess that is the same So I live in Sweden, another cold country. I would say, yeah, that answer would go for me as well. Elon, we do have AC units though. Yeah, that's so, but those are mostly used to keep it cold when it's hot, right? So the opposite. Yeah, here in where I live, it's it's the opposite. We don't have AC units, or like we don't have anything to make the apartment cold, but we do have it heating. New vertex, maybe. Do I want to do something? CodeCube, my car heater is broken, and they said it's either the component or just a small part, and the repair cost is 1,200 for the part, at 10,000 for the whole part, and I'm debating investing that much in a car with 200k kilometers. Yeah, that's quite. That's a good question. That's a good question indeed. And I have no idea what you should do. But definitely something, because driving around in a cold country like Canada with no heater in the car, that's gonna be pain. I don't even know if it would work some days. What sucks about this is that it's basically just, yeah, what is it? It's just a very small set of vertices, the initial vertices. How can we do? I guess we're gonna have to do. Create icosphere vertex actually, because if rounding is 1, yeah, we want to do this. Okay, so let's do private static vertex, not icosphere, but create cube vertex, and then we send in v vector 3 v vector 3 n int index and vector 2 uv int index. I'm going to call it I, and then we want float rounding. And then we're going to do, or I want to call this one position. And what I want to do then is return new vertex. Position is just going to be P, but normal might be, or is P going to be this? Yeah, P is just going to be P, but normal might be vector3 dot lerp between N and P normalized and rounding. And then we have UV, and finally I. Okay, we can probably keep this on one line. Outer Cube, I'm just planning on putting jackets on for -20 and door dashing for -50. Yeah, that's true. It depends on how much you DoorDash. Yeah, that's the problem with old cars, or when they do get real old, that it gets harder and harder to repair them. Alon, have you probably can see I like japping, probably the same amount as Coder Cube. I appreciate people that likes to jap in my chat. I very much appreciate it. Let's see if this works. So create cube vertex, PNUVI rounding, PNUVI. So we're gonna change all of these and set create cube vertex. And let's do 1 rounding. Something like that, but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't need to count. I don't think. $23. Something like this. Let's try it. Coder Cube, literally 90% of the live chat on YouTube is all me. And pretty much 90% of the live chat over on Twitch right now is Alon, but I appreciate it. Let's try it. Fuck yeah. Yeah, there we have it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this one. Wonder how it looks if we do 2. What if we do 5? That's pretty good. Okay, so now it works. I wonder how plain looks, but we're not gonna worry. Okay, let's try it. Build plain subdivision, and we do round. Huh. Really? Is this what I want? I'm actually quite surprised it worked at all. But I guess I'm okay with this. Fuck, that's weird. Harukanan just got back from pizza lunch. How long until... Yeah, like... I'm shook that you even returned to work after a pizza lunch. Might as well just go home. Coder Cube, I publicly declare a japping war. And unfortunately, I'm gonna close down both of these chats real soon. I want to look into why we get this as a plane. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. And then we want to change round to a float as well eventually. Okay, but this is good. So I think I'm going to put a pin into it right here because I need to run. But we have implemented subdivide. We still have some fixes we can do, but I'm going to leave it as this for now. So tomorrow, when we start, we are going to jump back to mesh generation. We're going to implement mesh generation bisect. We're going to commit the last stuff to this. I might do it off stream, we'll see. We're going to close this issue down, finish it, and move on to this. So that's very nice. So now that means that we're going to start using dynamic mesh, or at least the build methods of dynamic mesh. It's a pretty good class so far. Coder Cube, Alund jumping over. But Coder Cube, I think that this looks good for a plane. Isn't this what happens in Blender with subdivision and so? I think it does. Maybe it is. If you round it, yeah, if you subdivide and round it. That's true. But yeah, okay. Very happy with the progress today. It has been pretty smooth sailing. Got a little bit derailed from ChatGPT. It gave me one incorrect solution today, but that's okay. So always try it before you implement it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for the japping. Thank you for everything. I will be back tomorrow when we continue this. And good luck with the food coma as well, Harukanan. Peace.